What's going on? It is Tuesday, and I am going to do a breakdown on gold and Australian US dollar that I have taken this morning. What a successful trade it was. All right, so let's go ahead and get into it. We're not going to waste time on this video. Let's get it. All right, let me go ahead and put this down here right quick. All right. So as you guys can see, I think we all have been talking about the inflation and the interest rates that the Feds might be hiking, like actually raising, and has been very very detrimental to your trading today. And it is one of the main reasons why the market is completely bearish on XXX right now. We are setting up for a big move, right? But as always, you take advantages of those moves. Monday and Tuesday came in very clutch. And I'm going to, show you Tuesday's trade. Let's start out on gold. Okay. So as you guys can see right here, and this is what I want to say. I think the reason why a lot of people don't really become successful traders because they're very impatient. Okay. Number one, you have to be very patient when it comes to your setups. Okay. You cannot sit here and try to become impulsive when it comes to trading. You can't get very emotional in trading because what tends to happen is you tend to lose your thought process. You begin to become FOMO'd, and then you not even become FOMO, but you do not trust your setup. You got to be able to do all three of these things if you really want to be a successful trader. Okay. And some of you guys, you trade these challenge accounts as if it's not real money. Okay. So think about it. When you purchase a challenge account, you're continuously blowing the account. Are you going back and asking yourself, why am I blowing these challenge accounts? Right. Or even if it's your personal account, when you're trading your personal account, you have to ask yourself, why am I consistently losing money? Well, if I bet you if I was to back test with you personally today, most traders would be like, okay, here's my strategy. It's working. But then all of a sudden, they're taking trades that's opposite of their strategy because they want this money very fast. Okay. All of us have been there before. Some of you guys are still there. You have to get out that habit and you have to be patient. You have to learn to take the correct setups that looks good in your eyes and trust your setups. You can't be, oh, it's coming up, so I'm gonna get out, or coming down and get it out. I mean, you can to a degree, like you yourself know when to get out. But at the same time, you have to trust the setup you have, because if you don't trust your setup, then you're going to consistently be chopping out of the market really early. Then you are going to be losing, and then all of a sudden the market shoots to your TP, and now you're mad. Okay, so let's go ahead and start. All right. So at this time, the market was right here. Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and replay this. All right. And I remember where I entered at. Okay. It was 1819. But when you really think about, the sessions that you trade, right? You have to think about what session is best for you and stick with that session. Okay. When you stick with these sessions, you become more advanced at your trading. And the reason why is because you understand how a certain pair moves in that session. However, I trade more than just one pair. I trade about like, 10, 15 pairs, but, at the same time, it doesn't really bother me that much as long as I'm not going crazy, right? Usually I'm just focused on a couple of pairs a day, and whatever looks good in my eyes, I go with that setup. So if you see here, gold is trapped, right? And here's the thing. If you recognize like the 4 hour, right? The 4 hour is bearish, the 1 hour is bearish, right? Okay. If the 1 hour, 4 hours bearish, then you have to ask yourself, where can I get into the market? Okay. So let's just go ahead, delete this. This has nothing to do. Well, actually, this double top kind of does have a lot to do with the trade, because if you think about it, after the double top has happened, it tanked, right? Then it came back, retested this zone. You could have gotten right here, and then anytime you see this happening, higher highs, higher lows, or lower highs and lower lows, right, on this particular manner, what you want to do is you want to wait for this break, right, and then a simple retest, get in, either on a bearish confirmation or aggressive, and you can trade it down to your desired TP. The reason why I wanted to trade it down to these areas, which I ended up taking this position all the way down to 1813 instead, is because I didn't really want to hold it so long in a very late time. Even though, of course, as soon as I got out and made my profit, it swings even lower. is this, I want to get in the market, stay in for a little bit. If it's in a certain position where it's just going up and down, but I am in really good profit, you might as well just take that profit, right? And the reason why I say that's because you never know what the market might do. All right, so enough talking, let's get to it. All right, so we have, let's see here, let's move this right here. All right, so the very key thing is, right, guys, is we wait on what? A break and retest of structure, okay? So let's go back here. All right, break. All right, so most of you people will probably get in right here, put your stop loss above here. That's totally fine, right? That's like 60 pips. If you want to, just make sure you minimize your stop loss. But for me, I'm like, I want to get in on a pullback. All right, so we see the pullback happen right here. All right, so this is where I got in. I got in right here on these shorts. Where was my stop loss? My stop loss could have been at 1823, but actually I put it at 1825. Why? Because even though this is an order block right here, this right here is the main key level of structure where the market actually tanked. All right. And so this is the last previous structure that I wanted to put it at right here. So that was a good, 60 pips for me. I had a really good, risk to reward, and I wanted to swing it down here. But I ended up swinging it to, I think, 1813. All right. It's about right there. All right. Boom. So TP hit. And of course, my desired TP was at 1809. And then, of course, the whole thing, just it went to that, take profit. So very easy, guys. Break and retest. Now, let me go to AUD USD. All right. So let's go back to this as well. So let's put a replay mode on here. I'm going to tell you where I entered. All right. So last time I had this bad boy right here. All right. And so, like I said, if you look out 4-hour time frame, right? You zoom out on the 4-hour time frame, you can see that the market is bearish, right? And what's funny and get me is everybody tries to buy this. You see how many times this market will fake you out, fake off the support area to buy right here off the 4-hour break, fake off the support right here off the 4-hour break, right? It's the same thing with the 1 hour. All right. If you look left, you can see structure being broken. One, right? I'll point them out. This structure was broken. These structure was broken. These structure broken, and go and so on and so forth. She's going to keep breaking those structures until it finally wants to do what? Until it probably finally wants to come up, right? Break this high, come up, break this high, and then continue upwards, right? So the market can still retrace like this, come back up here with a double top, or buy side liquidity, stop them out, and then boom, continue on downwards, right? Or it could do the opposite. It doesn't matter. I don't trade M's and W's, right? I don't trade the market maker strategy. That's just not my particular style of trading. That's a lot of many people's style of trading, and that's totally fine. My style of trading is I'm a reactive trader. I trade what I see. I trade break and retest. I don't trade any break and retest. I trade the break and retest if it's clear. Like, this is pretty clear, guys. Like, I don't understand how this seems like, oh, it's forming a W, right? And I'm just like, well, if you want to trade that, cool. But the only thing is, you're already predicting what the market is going to do, right? Instead, why not just go with what the market is doing, right? The only time I would trade a W or M is if it clearly does this, right? It blasts off, then it comes down for a retest, right? And then continues up. That's the only time I'll trade an M or W, right? That's the only time I trade them, okay? But simply right here is a break and retest is bearish. I have no reason to buy anything. I have no reason to buy anything, all right? And it's in that channel. All right, so let's let me stop talking. Retest right there, boom. Short. All right. Now, my stop loss is a little bit above this candlestick. All right. And we can swing it down to here. I was aiming for only here it is, 34, because I trade 2 accounts, right? And in one account I was going for a certain amount of pips, and my other account was going for a certain amount of pips. So There you have it. Boom, TP hit. All right. So I hope this video was very helpful. Just very short, very quick. I got to get somewhere. I just want you guys to know, like, just simplify your trading plan. I don't care if it's market maker method. I don't care if it's ICT. I don't care if it's break and retest. I don't care if it's trend line breaks. I don't care what it is. Just make sure that you simplify your trading, and that's all you need to do when it comes to trading. And simplify your trading, and you will become successful. But you have to keep your emotions in check. You have to keep yourself in check, and you have to make sure that you are coming to the market with fresh eyes, with a fresh brain, and don't overcloud it. Don't be jumping from strategy to strategy. Just make sure that you are sticking to one strategy. If that strategy don't work, of course, change it. If it doesn't work within like a month or two, change it. Go ahead, throw it out. It ain't working, right? But if you're just losing here and there, but it's winning, and it has a lot of like um uh probability, when it comes to like your trades, keep it, man. Maybe all you need to do is tweak it. All right, enough of me. Y'all have a wonderful Tuesday. I'll see y'all later.